Sorry, Tuesday. Lola?
Oh, where's the camera? Is it right here?
Okay.
Okay, hi.
Hi, Lola. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm good. Okay. Are you ready for Ask Ashley?
Yes, I have pictures for you. I did go on a date with a guy, but I just don't think it's worth talking about. It was just,
Why? What happened with the guy? Why didn't it work out?
he was just, I felt like he was kind of he wasn't where I needed him to be, like mentally, especially with his self. It seems like he was a little insecure and stuff. Like, certain signs I would pick up on when we were at text. He was, talking about his weight and
Mm,
things like that, and kind of like hope he was tall enough. But it was just me having a conversation with him. I don't know if I scared him or he was. I feel like he was intimidated a little bit. It was just so weird. He's 37. He did lie about his height. Don't get me wrong, but he was cute. I was like, okay, okay, you lied
okay.
about your height, but
So did y'all meet on an app? Was this
yeah, we met on a dating app, and then we decided to start texting, exchange numbers and everything, maybe after like 2 or 3 weeks. And then we decided to meet up and go out on a date and stuff or whatever. Just like I call it like an icebreaker date. You see what I'm saying? So that everybody can be comfortable and stuff or whatever. But I noticed that, in the text messages and stuff already, I kept on telling him like, it's okay, don't worry about that. And I'm like, okay, he seems a little insecure and stuff, whatever. So when I go out on a date with him, I'm gonna dig deeper. I'm gonna ask you how you were, raised, what was your upbringing and stuff. Why are you really single? Why have you been single? You see what I'm
wait,
saying?
so Lola, on the first date you're asking a man why are you single?
Yeah, like why do we think he's single? I'm not supposed to ask him that.
I don't know. That feels a little heavy for a first date. That feels
I
a
mean,
little like
I felt
how
like it
you
was.
grew up. It just feels a little heavy. How you grew up, why you single, why you here with me right now?
Yeah,
Like that
yeah,
feels
yeah. But I mean, it wasn't. It's all about your tone. You see what I'm saying?
that's
So I just
that's
felt like it was us having a conversation. I know how to carry a conversation to
okay.
make sure this doesn't get boring. Because if I start to get bored, then it's like, all right, well, let's go start wrapping this up. I really don't like to waste a lot of time. Straight to the point. Yeah. So I was just having conversation with him. He was a little. I'm 31, so he was 37. I don't know. I just felt like I mean, he answered the questions. He was still insecure, like I said. Maybe I was intimidating. My auntie said I was a little intimidating, probably ran him off. But I'm like, ugh.
So you guys did go on a date. You guys did ask the questions, and did he reach out after, or
No.
did he say anything? Oh,
No, he hit it, honey. I haven't heard from him.
okay,
But it's
okay.
okay. Because I feel like that's a part of dating. It's a hit or miss. You got to go out and see if you're going to like this person's vibe and stuff. And I already felt kind of like, I might be a little bit too much for him. Not in a bad way, but he's not my type. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be I felt like it was going to be a lot of babying and cradling and stuff or whatever, and it's just like I ain't got no kids for a reason. But anyways, let me and I haven't went out on a date since, but this is what I wore to the date. I did ask him to take pictures of me.
Mhm.
I'm that type of girl, so what about this?
Oh,
Yes,
beautiful.
I got him to take that picture of me.
Oh, yes, you looked beautiful.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God.
So, just try to make people comfortable. It wasn't too much. That was a pantsuit. It was a
Yeah.
pants romper. And on
You
top of
look
that,
good.
I had a sweater on that covered my butt because I'm kind of hippie. And I just felt like, it just wasn't like appropriate to be showing all of that on the first date and stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? So, not too much.
Okay, okay. The
So
hair's given, face is given,
yes, thank
yada
you.
yada yada. Okay, she has her
Okay.
Van Cleef on.
So
Uh-huh.
we did the cowboy card. Let me see.
Oh, okay. These boots are made for walking. That's just
Indeed.
what they'll do. Come on,
Yes.
guys. All right, thick thighs, 5'5". We see you.
So yeah, so that was my last date and my last encounter. I don't know. I feel like I'm transparent. I'm not gonna tell you all my business and stuff or whatever when we first like meet and everything. But I'm trying to get to know you. I feel like you are the study right now. You see what I'm saying? So I'm paying
Lola,
attention and
Lola, the energy you're giving is like, what you doing? I'm ready to get my eggs cracked. I'm ready to get my last name dropped. Don't play with me.
that's what I
That's
oh
the
my
energy.
God. Is that Is that bad?
Yes.
Is
That's
it?
the energy you're giving. Is giving that. It's like, yes. Rich said take it a little bit slower on the first date. Yeah, I say a lighter vibe. Like, meaning, I'm not saying you can't ask your questions, but it's like that energy. Like, let's get to the point. I need a man. I'm trying to get a man. I'm trying to get the right man. Let's just, okay. All right. All right. Okay, perfect. You got that. You got the car. You
Let's
got the house.
scare him. Really?
Yes.
Jesus, a conversation?
It's
Move
not the
too fast on the
conversation. It's
first
the,
date with questions. I just feel like it's a conversation, or whatever. I don't know. I guess so. So
no,
what should
no,
I be
no.
asking and talking about on a first date?
I just
More
think it's
feminine.
the Lola. I think it's the energy behind the conversation. The energy just feels like I'm not here to play games, which there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Mhm.
But they feel it. Like, I'm not here to play games. Let's get to the point. It's the energy behind it.
What do you suggest I do?
I say keep. So let's do it now. You're out on a date. Give me an example and be honest. Hi Lola. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. It's so nice to meet you. Where you from? Tell me how to. I want to see what you were saying on this date.
Hi. Would you say where I'm from?
Yeah, where you from?
Well, I'm originally from South Carolina. I'm in Tennessee.
Oh,
You know,
nice. Oh, so you a Southern girl? Okay. Uh huh.
absolutely.
From the South. Okay. Is both your mom and dad from the South? Are they both from South Carolina?
Yeah, they're both from South Carolina, but my dad is here in Tennessee. I was a traveling phlebotomist, so I traveled a lot. And when I decided to like stop, because the job was not in high demand anymore, my dad was
Okay.
like, "Oh, you should come to Tennessee, yada yada, start over, fresh over." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I took the opportunity. So now I'm here.
Oh, now you're here. What made you become a phlebotomist? That's interesting.
Well, phlebotomy is something that came with the job occupation. I'm a medical assistant, but I practice more phlebotomy because in what I do, I'm better with just needles. So I just took phlebotomy and just ran on. And on top of that, sometimes in certain jobs and stuff, you're making the same amount of money. So it's like, okay, well, if this one's paying this and this was paying that, it's almost the same. Which one are you going to do less work at? You see what I'm
Right, right.
saying? So,
Okay.
I just kind of took and ran with phlebotomy as
Okay,
well.
so
This is
working
more so like,
smarter, not harder kind of thing. Okay.
yes,
Nice, nice.
exactly,
So
exactly.
what are your interests? What do you like to do? How can I make your life easier? What are your interests?
How can you make my life easier?
What are you looking for?
What am I? I hate this question. What am I looking for? I'm looking for more so partnership. Someone serious, obviously. And then again, sometimes I'm like, I don't know, probably best to be single. You know, I don't know.
Is
People are just serious. People are just not serious, and they just don't put forth the effort that they say they are. So with me, it's more so like, okay, well, it's okay. You don't have to. I'll let it go because you're gonna work for what you want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't be putting in more than you when it comes down to effort.
that is where it took a turn. Towards the end, it took a turn. I can't put in more effort towards you. You said you don't know.
Really don't
Tell
know.
us a little bit, Lola.
Sometimes I feel like I know what I want when it comes down to like, being in a relationship and stuff or whatever. I know I want the opposite of me. You see what I'm saying? I'm more like a hyper PER. I need a hypo PO. You see what I'm saying? Low. I need total opposite of me. I need somebody that has a little bit more patience than me. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that everything can even out. So I do know that I want a partner that studies me like I'm going to study you. That's putting forth effort when it comes down to, really being in a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm confused. Okay, I probably am a little mixy, but
So
but
these
this
are Lola,
time.
Lola, because it's something you could think about now moving forward. Okay. It's nothing wrong with saying, I want someone who's patient,
Hmm.
someone who's trustworthy, someone who has great integrity, someone who's reliable, someone who makes me laugh. But then keeping it kind of light is what I'm saying, Lola. Lola's laughing. You're not taking it serious. Okay,
I'm
Lola.
definitely taking it serious. I'm just looking at your comments,
Mhm.
taking it light. I'm just trying to figure out like what. Like you want me to kind of like soften up a little bit. It
I
seems
want you
like
to be yourself, but it's like you're going down a list in your head. That's what it
okay.
feels like versus having a conversation and letting things organically unfold. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm. Okay. Mm.
Let it organically unfold, but don't go through a checklist. Okay, where you
Okay.
live, what you drive. Okay, what you do again? All right, so now you calculate. All right, you make that much. All right, so you think you could take me out here?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's certain questions that I do ask. I don't really get into too much of finances and stuff or whatever because you know how guys are, oh, you just another one that's going to ask about money and stuff, whatever. So I really don't be getting into. I do feel that some guys, and that was just one guy that I ran into that was a little insecure. Some of these guys be trying to impress you instead of making an impact. I'll be impressed for the moment, but if you're really trying to make an impact in my life, then that'll be a difference. It's just, I don't know. I guess like some of these people don't even know how to date. You see what I'm saying? I feel like I just come in with questions, being transparent and stuff, whatever. Not because I have like a list, but I kind of do have like a list. I get what you're saying. I have a lot of time to waste. Dating is exhausting and people like to waste your time a lot. I've been left at a bar before after being dragged around to 4 bars.
But Lola, you let somebody drag you around the 4 bars? You let someone do that?
Well, yes. I didn't know he was going to leave though.
Wait, but y'all
He
were together.
asked.
Y'all went
He
from bar to
asked.
bar.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like we met up. We met up. He asked. The original place was like at a Mexican spot. I was like, okay, the date's going cool, but I'm definitely going home after this because usually it'd be a part two if it's you can extend the date or whatever. But I was like, I'm definitely going home after this or whatever. And he was like, oh well, it's nice down here. He wasn't from Tennessee. I'm not from Tennessee. He's like, oh, it's nice down here. I want to go around and stuff, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, my car is parked in the garage and stuff, whatever. It's gonna cost like $50 to get out after a certain time. And he was like, oh, that's it. I'll pay for it. And I was like, it's not that I don't need you to pay for it. It's kind of like, you see what I'm saying? Like I wasn't trying to like go around and stuff, whatever. He was like, no, you can definitely bar hop together, whatever. I'll pay for it and stuff, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, whatever. You see what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
wasn't a bad, awkward date. We wasn't
Right,
close,
right.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we went from this bar to that bar. Of course, he paid for everything and bought everything and stuff, whatever. And then like at the last bar, like he just disappeared. I had to text him and I was like, hey, did you leave? He was like, yeah, be blessed. And I was like, oh. So now I'm
Well,
like 20 minutes away from my car, and I just felt
there's
like he
no
was
excuse why he should have left you, but what happened at that last bar? Did you
nothing.
guys have like a conversation, a talk? So you guys were just sitting there looking at each other drinking and he just walked out.
I mean, the music was kind of loud in that bar, so we were actually standing up in the back. I didn't even, you know what I mean? Nothing really happened at all. It wasn't no argument. It wasn't no. Why would he drag me around to like 3 bars and all of that stuff? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I
No,
feel
but
like he
that's
was just a.
yeah, I just feel like no, and I'm not accusing you or him or anything, but I'm just saying if you guys were in that 4th bar, you made it to the 4th bar, y'all vibing, y'all dancing, y'all have a drink. He just walks away. Nothing happens. He just literally walks away with y'all dancing. Mid, Sean Paul going, dancing, going,
I
going.
turned
He walks
around
away.
and he hit it.
Um,
And then when I have guy friends, you see what I'm saying, that I talk to and stuff or whatever, not the ones that like you or nothing like that. Some of my guy friends are, they have a sexual preference and everything. So I have guy friends that I talk to and stuff or whatever, and they like, oh, he was a coward. He just didn't know, how to tell you that he wasn't feeling you or nothing like that. He was a coward and stuff.
he wasn't. That's hard to
It was
believe
like
he didn't feel
cowardly.
you if y'all went to 4 bars together. That
Too, but
yeah.
I don't know. The conversation was bad. It wasn't like lukewarm. It wasn't forced or nothing like that. So I don't know. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
But
something.
things be happening when it comes down to like out here dating people. You see what I'm saying? People don't know how to date. People don't know how to take you out on a date. One time I was, oh God, like it's crazy. One time I ran into a guy that didn't know how to date. He wasn't waiting on me to get drinks or anything, nothing like that. Like he didn't know how to date. And I was like, dang, I done found this out on a date with this person. You know what I mean? So
But how did he know how to date, Lola, if he invited you out to the date? You get to the date, y'all sit at the table or the bar, you order a drink, and where did it go left? Where you had the impression he didn't know how to date.
Well, he wasn't really like opening doors too much.
Mhm.
I had to leave and go move my car. And when I came back, he had already ordered him a beer and, waters and stuff, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like he had already, and you can kind of tell or whatever. But he really, really liked me and stuff, whatever. But I was like, no, he was too needy.
He was too needy.
Yeah, like he needed to heal. And I just like I think he had like a death of one of his parents and stuff, and it's almost been a year or whatever. So he just kind of needed to he needed to heal. You could kind of tell.
Okay, he needed help. I don't know. I don't know.
What you mean?
I don't know. I'm lost on the story. I don't know, Lola. I don't know.
I didn't really know either, so that's why I'm like, yeah, I just think he needed space. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
So what it's feeling like, or what it sounds like, is that your experience with dating, let's just say this year or the past year, has been a little challenging for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna quit because I just think maybe you're just better off single. And then my mom's like, and when I tell her about these dates and stuff, I've been, well, you're not supposed to be looking. The man's supposed to be looking for you. And I'm like, girl, I'm just putting myself out there. You see what I'm saying? I don't wanna. I didn't date for like 3 years when I was a traveling phlebotomist. I cut dating off because I was from Seattle to Arizona, Minnesota. I couldn't afford to really like date. You see what I'm saying? We're
But
not
what
talking about
about the minutes? What about getting off the plane in Seattle? That's a good place. What about going to these different states? You're meeting guys in the airport at mid-flight, sit next to you in first class, traveling around. What about that? What
yeah,
about those?
I was on a business contract, business contracts. So I had already put in my head like, I'm here for 90 days. I didn't really want to like run into somebody that would keep me stuck where I was at. You see what I'm saying? I really wasn't interested in dating for those 3 years. I was just really focused on my career basically. But now that I'm stable again, here in Tennessee, I'm like, okay, well, let's start dating again. You know what I'm saying? Put myself out there and stuff or whatever, but it's just garbage. But that's okay, I ain't really tripping off of it. Maybe it is me a little bit. I had to like reflect a little bit, but
I think we all have room for growth. We all can improve and just take a step back and look how we're doing things. But I can understand, like, definitely dating is challenging. That's what every woman is saying on the app. So I'm not going to pretend like that's a lie. But, we all can work on ourselves and improve ourselves for sure. And I see you're reading the comments. Like, low.
yeah, because I broadcast on I'm on other like platforms and stuff, whatever, and I do stream and everything, so I'm used to like being in the comments. But um, no, I'm a Capricorn, you guys. I'm a Capricorn. Sorry, I'm about
So
business.
am I. Oh, so am I. Okay.
So that's why I'd be like
January or December?
January
Okay.
12th.
Sense. Yeah, Capricorns is definitely about.
Mm. So okay, so what should I do? What's your advice? You think I should just keep going out there? I want to quit the dating apps right now, and
Yeah, I wouldn't do any dating apps. I would go out into the real world. That's what I would do.
yeah, it
I
is.
would go out into the real world and meet real people. That's my advice to you. In the best parts of town in Tennessee, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't think nothing's in Tennessee. I don't think I'm gonna stay here. I've been here for like a year and a half now. And I told my dad, I said, listen, this was cute and everything, but I don't think I'm gonna stay here. This is not my scenery. No dating apps. Yikes.
Yeah, no dating apps, none.
All right, beautiful. Well, thank you so much.
You're
It was a
welcome, darling.
pleasure. I will
Thanks.
keep
Keep
you
me
updated.
updated. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Lola, for coming up. She's a Capricorn, and that makes sense now. She definitely has to work on her energy a little bit. Everyone wants what they want without putting in the work in a relationship department. Men want what they want, women want what wants what they want. That goes for everyone. And I think that's the big challenge with dating right now. Everyone is on these apps day in and day out, listening to coaches, gurus, therapists, people who just talking about relationships. So no one knows how to date. I think it goes both ways for both genders. No one knows how to date. All we sit here and do is consume content day in and day out. This man did this woman did that, ain't no men, this no woman. And it's destroying dating all around. People can't even have basic conversations anymore. That's scary. Basic conversations. Social media and screens are ruining life. Yes, it is. Absolutely, Shine. We need to unplug. Yeah. We need to unplug and meet people in real life in real time. Because I think the conversations that we have here online, if you're meeting someone in person, I think it would be a different energy. Completely different. It is completely different when you're looking at someone on a screen versus when you're sitting in front of them. You can smell them, you can see them. You're like, oh, this person is who they say they are, or they're not who they say they are. It's a very different energy. Very different energy. Will you have those same requests? Those same requests when you show up? Will you have that same energy? Because anybody can be anyone. You can be anyone online. Okay, you can be anyone. But in person, yes, so go out. And I think some of the men who would approach you or match with you on a dating app will probably never approach you in person. Or vice versa. Some of the women who may be attracted to you on dating apps will probably be intimidated in person. Either way.